What really happened in those final moments before everything changed? Was it truly just a coincidence? Or was there something deeper that fans completely missed? Meta description. What did Jungkook do before walking away from Taehyung? And why did Taehyung stay silent? Could this emotional moment reveal a hidden truth fans weren't meant to see? Have you ever watched a moment unfold and felt like something wasn't right? Like there was a hidden story behind the silence? That's exactly what fans experienced when Jungkook suddenly walked away from Taehyung, leaving behind not just a conversation, but a wave of confusion, speculation, and emotional reactions across the fandom. Was it planned, or was it an unexpected reaction to something that had been building for a long time? Before we dive deeper, ask yourself this. If everything was normal, why did Jungkook leave so abruptly? And more importantly, why did Taehyung say nothing at all? Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe if you want to uncover more hidden stories like this. Because what you're about to read might completely change how you see this moment that it all began in what seemed like an ordinary setting. A typical interaction that fans have seen countless times before. Jungkook and Taehyung, known for their undeniable chemistry and deep bond, were seen together, engaging in what looked like a casual conversation. Their body language, at first glance, appeared normal, relaxed, even familiar. But for those who paid closer attention, there were subtle differences, small signals that hinted something was off. Jungkook's expressions weren't as open as usual. There was a certain restraint in the way he responded, a slight hesitation that didn't go unnoticed by sharp-eyed fans. Taehyung, on the other hand, seemed to be trying to maintain the flow of the interaction, occasionally glancing at Jungkook, as if expecting a reaction that never fully came. Was this the first sign? Moments before Jungkook walked away, something shifted. It wasn't loud or dramatic. No raised voices, no visible argument, but the atmosphere changed. Jungkook's posture became more rigid, his gaze briefly dropping as if processing something internally. Taehyung spoke again, but this time, there was a pause afterward. A silence that lingered just a little too long. And then, it happened. Jungkook stepped back at first. It looked like a simple movement, something insignificant. But then he turned. And without another word, without any visible attempt to continue the interaction, he walked away. Fans were stunned. But what shocked them even more wasn't Jungkook's departure. It was Taehyung's reaction, or rather, the lack of it. Taehyung didn't chase after him. He didn't call out. He didn't even show an obvious reaction. He simply stood there, quiet, composed, yet somehow distant. His expression was unreadable, a mixture of calm and something deeper that fans couldn't quite define. Why didn't he react? This question quickly became the center of attention. Because in the past, their interactions were filled with energy, mutual responses, and emotional connection. This silence felt different. It felt heavy. Some fans believe that what happened before Jungkook walked away holds the key to understanding everything. There are theories suggesting that their conversation might have touched on something sensitive, something personal that couldn't be expressed openly. Others think it could have been a misunderstanding, a moment where words failed to convey the true intention. But then there are those who notice something even more intriguing. Right before Jungkook turned away, there was a brief exchange of eye contact. It lasted only a second, but it carried a weight that's hard to ignore. Jungkook's eyes seemed conflicted, while Taehyung's gaze remained steady, almost as if he understood something that others didn't. Was that look a signal? Could it be that the silence wasn't emptiness, but communication in its most subtle form? Another detail that fans keep revisiting is the timing. The moment didn't happen randomly. It occurred after a series of interactions that, when pieced together, suggest a gradual shift in energy. Earlier that day, Jungkook appeared slightly more reserved than usual, while Taehyung maintained his usual demeanor, though with occasional hints of concern. Is it possible that Jungkook had already been dealing with something internally? If so, his decision to walk away might not have been about Taehyung at all, but rather about his own emotional state. Still, the question remains, why didn't Taehyung respond? Some interpret his silence as understanding, a silent acknowledgement that sometimes space is needed, that not every moment requires a reaction. Others see it as something more emotional, perhaps a sign that he was holding back his own feelings, choosing composure over expression. That there's also a theory that suggests this wasn't the first time something like this happened. that this moment is part of a larger, unseen narrative between them. If that's true, then what we witnessed might just be a fragment of a much deeper story. And that's what makes this so compelling. Because in a world where everything is often explained, this moment remains open to interpretation. It invites questions, encourages speculation, and keeps fans searching for answers that may never be fully revealed. But maybe that's the point. Maybe not everything is meant to be understood immediately. Maybe some moments are meant to be felt. As the footage continues to circulate, fans are divided. Some feel worried, interpreting the moment as a sign of tension. Others remain hopeful, believing that their bond is strong enough to withstand any misunderstanding. And then there are those who see beauty in the silence. Because sometimes, silence speaks louder than words. So what do you think really happened before Jungkook walked away? Was it just a coincidence? Or was it a glimpse into something deeper? Watch closely, think carefully, and most importantly, trust what you feel. Because the truth might not be in what was said, but in what was left unsaid. And just when fans thought they had seen everything, another layer of this moment began to unfold, quietly, almost invisibly, like a hidden detail waiting to be discovered by those willing to look closer. Because the truth is, moments like this don't exist in isolation. They are built from everything that comes before them. If you rewind just a little further, just seconds before Jungkook made that decision to step away, there was a subtle shift not only in his expression, but in the energy between them. It wasn't obvious. In fact, most people would have missed it entirely. But for those who have followed their dynamic closely, it felt unusual. Jungkook's usual warmth seemed restrained, like he was holding something back. His responses, though present, lacked their usual spontaneity. It was as if his mind was somewhere else, caught between the conversation in front of him and something deeper, something internal that couldn't be easily expressed. And Taehyung, he noticed. There was a brief moment, so quick that it almost disappeared, where Taehyung's expression softened, his eyes searching Jungkook's face as if trying to understand what wasn't being said. It wasn't confrontation. It wasn't confusion. It was something quieter, something more emotional. Was that the moment he realized? Because right after that, the silence began to grow. Not an empty silence, but a heavy one. The kind that carries meaning, the kind that says more than words ever could. Fans who revisited the clip multiple times started to notice how the atmosphere subtly tightened, how even the smallest gestures seemed to carry weight. And then came that final exchange. Looked at a paused at a decision. Jungkook stepping back wasn't sudden, it was inevitable, like a conclusion to something that had already been building beneath the surface. And when he turned away, it didn't feel like escape, it felt like choice. But what kind of choice? Was he protecting himself, or protecting something else? That question is what continues to haunt fans, because the answer isn't clear. And perhaps it never will be. What makes this moment even more intense is what happened after. Because Taehyung didn't move. Not immediately. He remained exactly where he was, his posture steady, his expression controlled. But if you look closely, really closely, there's a flicker of something in his eyes. Not shock, not anger, something quieter. Something that feels like understanding, or maybe acceptance. And that's where the story becomes even more complicated. Because if Taehyung understood why Jungkook walked away, then what does that say about what happened before? Was this something they both knew was coming? Some fans have begun to piece together earlier interactions, looking for clues, trying to connect moments that once seemed unrelated. A missed glance here, a shorter response there, a slight change in tone that, at the time, felt insignificant, but now feels important. Could it be that this wasn't one moment, but many?